journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine, and I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, forged to inspire. It's Starfire. It's Starfire.
Alright, Speedromizer community, we are all set for our next run of Crow Story Any Percent by the legendary Leah. Take it away.
Hello, I'm Leah. This game is a 3D platformer, and I'm not exactly a 3D platformer runner, so not really sure how this is going to go, but I will do my best. I've got my teacher LR Flu on commentary. If you'd like to introduce yourself?
Hi, yeah, I'm LRF Lou. I submitted this game. I am a fan of 3D platformers, but it is interesting with Speedromizer. You can always end up playing games you've never really tried before.
Okay, without further ado, I'm going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. I forgot there's an extra text box there. This game does have an in-game timer, but of course for Speedromizer we've got a time with RTA. So kind of start this off. In this game you can dive with the right mouse button, and in all cases jumping within a few frames of touching the ground will preserve any speed you have. So the fastest way to
basically
move,
like a bunny hop.
In general, is, to my understanding, when you've not got any like moving platforms involved, is to dive and then jump to maintain that momentum. And it gets more fun when you get moving platforms involved in some later levels, because you pretty much preserve whatever speed. Yeah, you can pretty much just preserve any speed you have, and additionally, if you're on a moving platform and you do a dive, the dive speed will be added to that platform speed. A couple cases where we'll get to play around with that later on. This game has a bunch of these, these bits are all auto-scrollers, kind of. There's nothing I can do in them. Just kind of chill. I get to chill out.
Like Launch Stars in Mario Galaxy, if you played that one.
Screw this section up. I have a bad habit of screwing that section up, but that was fine. You can go for a really big jump here, which I'm not going to go for because it's hard. But kind of an example of the speed preservation I was mentioning is that that first platform I was on, from which I did the big jump, if you do a dive on that platform and then jump from that, you get a load of speed, and then you can redirect that speed upon landing to just jump through that whole section without having to ride the platform for a bit. It's too risky for me, so yeah, not something I would go for, but it does look very cool. And that's a little skip there. There's a bit of a puzzle you're supposed to do there, going back onto some other springs, but you can just do that. You skip pretty much the whole thing. I'm pretty sure this is considered the hardest level in the run. I don't know
Yeah,
if...
this is usually the level I struggle with the most.
Yeah, this level, to my understanding, has got a... at the top level, this level's got a lot of complicated tricks in it. And at my level, like that, I tend to screw this one up a little bit as well. That platform will come back, it's fine.
Yeah,
Like,
all
this
these
tends to be the
spinning
level I
bars.
screw up the most, I'd say. Oh. Almost held some speed there. Do a dive right there, so I get a little extra speed. That is a really easy speed preservation thing to do.
And it's a lot of fun once you get it.
So there is a strat that the top runners go for there, where you can kind of use the speed from that platform and the spring to actually kind of shoot through the lava, and because you don't immediately die when you touch the lava, you can stay alive for long enough that if you have enough speed you can actually grab the checkpoint on the other side before you die. But that is very difficult. In general, I'm playing relatively conservatively in this run. I will try and... I'm gonna go as fast as I can, but there are a lot of strats that at a high level could be done on top of what I'm doing.
So that there was basically the 3 levels of the game. But the run is not quite that short. And that's because after this little interlude, there's a short cutscene, and then you go to basically the B-sides. These are kind of remixed versions of the first 3 levels, but with more difficult sections, at least intended to be more difficult. I believe most runners refer to them by their internal names, which was A1, A2, A3, and then this is B1.
So this may look familiar. I was in a very similar level about 5 minutes ago, and yeah, this is a more difficult version. And quite surprised I actually got through that pretty seamlessly there. There's one less platform here, for example. Just a bunch of changes all around. Oh, whoa. Accidentally jumped there when I didn't want to. That nearly ended catastrophically. Just a lot of changes. Oh no. Barely touched the lava there. Orange stuff that... non-specific orange stuff. I wait for that platform to stop so I don't get any unwanted momentum there. So B1's still fairly simple, but yeah, it does ramp up the difficulty a little bit, for sure. Right, skip right there at the very beginning. Nice. You need to preserve your momentum to make that skip. It's a window of a couple frames. I'm not sure exactly how tight it is, but it's not too bad to do. You can get very consistent at it. Instead of going up top in this next section like I did in A2, I'm going to do a little trick here. So I was basically able to grab that checkpoint from underneath, because in the B-sides, a change they don't tell you about is that the checkpoint hitboxes are massively... The checkpoint hitboxes are a lot bigger in the B-sides, a lot more generous. You can actually just hit that checkpoint from well underneath the platform, which you can't do the first time. So you pretty much get to skip a whole section there. The rest of this level's not too different from the first time around. Whoops. I'm very rough around the edges still. Unfortunately, can't do the skip this time, so I do actually have to go the intended route. Go that. Turn around on the spot and then do a dive to redirect my momentum.
Somewhat intended, yeah.
There in B3, technically the hardest level, but in speedrunning probably A3 is harder. This part is difficult. Oh. Thankfully this skip exists. Just skip that whole section, or well, most of it. I'm very relieved that's a thing, because that section can be a bit annoying casually. Whoa, whoa. Ah. Momentum can be really hard to control in this game. It is very easy to get momentum you do not want. And definitely lose control. Especially when you've got a lot of death flying around you, like this.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a little rocky, but it's fine.
Yeah, these platforms
I tried
have
to
a
get
little
a
bit
wall
of a
jump,
slope
I
to
could
them.
not. Whee! Oh. So theoretically, the skip I mentioned for A3 is a bit easier to do in this one because of the increased checkpoint sizes. I'm still not going to go for it because it's still a bit beyond my capabilities. Oh, overshot that. Ah. It's still a bit beyond my capabilities to go for that. Oh. There we go. Okay, that was definitely the roughest level of the run so far.
It's also the hardest level, so
Yeah.
that's through.
We're nearing the end now.
Yep. Next up is B-top, which, unlike A-top, is a lot more involved than the first time you were through here. This
That has
is
gone
another
a
case
whole
where
lot of
momentum can be both a benefit and a detriment.
This game is really hard to control momentum somehow. It's really hard to control momentum in this game, sometimes. But somehow I made it out of that alive. We're not going to discuss how.
And boss fight time. Yeah, so this boss fight has basically 3 waves. This first one, we gotta avoid these vertical attacks while getting across these spinning platforms.
I'm not a big fan of this phase. Orange ones you have to jump over, purple ones you have to go under. I am going to play this very safe. They are essentially random, so...
Yeah, I think the attacks are completely random, if I remember correctly. And there's some momentum shenanigans you could do there, but, you know, sometimes you don't get the luck you need.
Right, not too long left now. Oh no.
Ooh.
Okay. So there is kind of, you can kind of go the right side as well, which is a bit faster, but again, kind of risky. And that's it. I'm not sure. I think timing RTA ends.
Yeah, time's on the cutscene
Yeah.
when the in-game timer stops. So, and time.
You know what? That was pretty decent. I think that could have been. It's really just B3 that held me back there, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, it was a solid run.
Yeah, for considering I don't really run 3D platformers, that went better than I expected, for sure. I really don't have too much else to say on my end. This game's pretty cool. I'm kind of glad I got this one. I haven't exactly put the most time into it, but it is definitely it's pretty simple to pick up, honestly. There's not too much going on, just some quite advanced stuff you can do with the speed preservation, but if you just want to kind of cruise through it like me, that works too. So that's about all I have.
I mean, it's a good price at free, so I mean, if this looked interesting to you, you can always try downloading it and try the run yourself.
Yes, it's free to play on Steam.
Fantastic. Any closing comments? Further shout-outs?
I don't think I have anything extra to say myself. I like this ending.
All right. With that being said, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.